Good day, friends and family. Welcome to Coffee Conversations with Stephan. And this week, I would love to talk about something that I feel that is neglected in Christian life, church sometimes as well. And it's something that is a divine design. And I think we need to return back to what the author, the perfecter of faith, the one that has got the blueprint for us, has designed for us. I think if we do not allow the Lord to build the house, we will all labor in vain. I know that from the scriptures. So what is it that God desires? What is the church that God desires? Ephesians chapter 4 verse 12 tells us God has given gifts, in verse 11, for the equipping of the saints, which is you and me. If you're a born-again Christian, you're a saint. It's the way that Paul addresses us, to the saints in Philippi, to the saints in Thessalonica, to the saints in Ephesus. God calls us saints, but there is something that we need to understand is the work of the ministry, or the work of service, or the work of mission, really. All those words are used interchangeably. And so today I want to focus on this subject of work within the church. And I do think we get it wrong, because we look in Luke chapter 10 verse 39 to 42. We see Mary and Martha, and we always just focus on Mary sitting at the feet of Jesus, and we do not look, and we kind of go, well, Martha, and Martha is screaming from the kitchen and say, Jesus, tell Mary to come help me with the tea and the scones. But Jesus addresses this, and he says, you know what, Mary, you're not wrong, but or Martha, you're not wrong, but Mary has chosen the better part. And work within the church, and it's the word ergon, and it is effort. It denotes occupation. It work. We get our word erg from, which is the measurement of work. Ergometer is a device that measures work, and it is our spiritual duty unto the Lord. And I want to say to you that your spiritual duty always flows from a place of worship. So Jesus is teaching us, really, in essence, Mary has chosen the better part. She sits at my feet and she's worshiping me, and out of that flows the service unto the Lord. I think so much of Greek and even Judaism or Hebrew thinking has pervaded and come into the church and into our thinking. And for the Greeks, it was, degrading and dishonorable to serve. So they said this: service for the public good was honored, but voluntary giving of oneself in service of one's fellow man is alien to Greek thought. The highest goal before a man was the development of his own personality. I mean, that sounds like a contemporary statement. That was made thousands of years ago by Greek philosophers. And some Greek, the wise ones, they had a formula that expressed the basic attitude of how can a man be happy when he has to serve someone. They never believed it. They said they worshipped their wisdom, they worshipped their intellect, and they never looked at that. They said it's degrading, it's below us. You've got to rule. In Judaism, they said, yes, I've got a similar philosophy, but as long as it's an act of social obligation, this was an act that was worthy. I'll give my alms, but I'm not going to get my hands dirty. They basically said this as well. You know what? We'll pay for something, but a free man, should not get involved in serving, waiting on tables and things like that. Then Jesus comes and he blows our minds And in Matthew 20:28, the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and give his life a ransom for many. He changes the ball game. Jesus' example in the New Testament introduced a radical new attitude towards serving, towards ministry. You see, we all want to be the leader. We always want to be in charge. We always want to be seen when we have a ministry. My friends, that was definitely not the way of the New Testament. We need to come back to the blueprint, to divine design once again. I want to end with a verse that says, that Paul closes is the end of his ministry, and he writes to young Timothy in 2 Timothy 4:5. He says this: "Be sober in all things, Timothy. Endure suffering, endure hardships. Do the work of an evangelist and fulfill your ministry, fulfill your service." You know, it's a ministry of service that we have. And the ministry that each one of us really ultimately received is the gospel of the grace of God, to testify. In Acts chapter 20 verse 24 says this: "I do not consider my life of any account as dear to myself, in order that I may finish my course and the ministry which I received from the Lord Jesus." And here's your ministry, my friends: to testify of the gospel of the grace of God. Be a minister of the gospel of the grace of God. That is the ministry. The ministry of reconciliation has been given to you. Be blessed, my friends. I'm praying for you in this week, and have a great week. And be a minister. Work within the parameters that God has given you. Bless you.